Hi, so this is my first video, and I wanted to talk to you about how we started Khojees. I founded Khojees in 2013. In 2013, I remember it was my daughter was turning 1 year old, and I was looking for somebody who could run a treasure hunt for me in my hometown Indore. I had very ambitious plans of that birthday party, and what I had conceptualized, or what I had imagined it to be, was something like a treasure hunt combined with some social service. So I was thinking that the people of our family could go across Indore, do good for people, do good deeds, get some satisfaction out of it, and also celebrate my daughter's birthday instead of just giving her material presents. So I searched high and low. I looked across India. I looked everywhere. I couldn't find a single vendor who could actually satisfy my expectations. So if you can't find somebody to do it for you, you do it yourself. So I decided to go the DIY route, and I started designing the whole thing. Now I was neither a party planner nor was I a treasure hunt expert, but I decided to brave it. We created a whole setup. We created a whole list of missions for people to accomplish in order to be able to reach the venue on time after having completed all the tasks that were given to them. Now we invited our extended family, which was made half of my parents' side and half of them were from my in-laws' side. Many of them hadn't even talked to each other before. Some of them had met each other at on occasions and had just they had very little interaction with each other before that. So we decided to divide them into teams in a way that people who did not know each other well were put in same team, like how we do in companies when we are trying to do some team building. We thought we might as well go that way. So we created groups like this. We were a little wary in the beginning, not knowing how people would react, but people were pretty they were a sport about it. They took upon the challenge very enthusiastically, and so we let them go on the whole mission of treasure hunting across Indore, doing good deeds for people. And my husband, I, and my daughter, we reached the venue directly. Now, what we were expecting were at the venue were tired people. Some of them probably cursing us for making them do so much stuff across Indore in the sweltering July heat. But what we saw was pure magic. When we reached there, we saw people sitting at the tables, but people who had never even interacted with each other were sitting right next to each other, backslapping each other, pulling each other's legs, joking about things. And people who had only talked about weather before that were actually talking about societal problems, and they were talking about their experiences and having seen the hometown in a different light for the first time in their life. So that's when it struck me. That's when I realized that if this could work, I mean, such a magic could take place in between in-laws. It actually had big potentials for companies where departments keep fighting between each other. The finance department blaming things on marketing, and operations fighting with the supply chain and stuff like that. So I decided to give it a go, and so because I didn't know much about scavenger hunting, treasure hunting before that, I was in Bangkok then, and I started experimenting with this form of learning. I created a bunch of treasure hunts with, I mean, of course they were fun, but the end result was always something more than that. So sometimes they were for fundraising, sometimes they were for city explorations and stuff. And slowly we kept refining the idea. And in 2014, exactly a year after I did my first hunt, that's when we registered the company, and we started doing work with companies. And now of course we've come a long way. We have an app, and most of our hunts are done through the app, and they're pretty smart. Earlier they were paper pen based, but they're still equally fun. Yeah, so that's the journey of Khojees. That's how it began, from a humble birthday party in our hometown to where it is today. And I plan to make this a regular feature. I plan to keep uploading videos talking about my dreams, aspirations, about Khojees, about my life as a professional, as an entrepreneur, about the mistakes that I've made, and yes, of course, about the good things that I've done in my life too. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.